Hey, what's up guys, Webster Webhead here, and today we're in SM Prestige Lounge because I watched Arcane Backwards, and here are the details that I found. Now, before we get into the juicy details hidden in Arcane, I want to clarify two things. One, some of the details were pointed out to me by some of my friends that watched Arcane, so I don't want to take all the credit. And two, I'm going to be focusing more on the details inside the show itself. So I won't be talking about the details related to gameplay inside League of Legends, although I might mention it sometimes if it's unavoidable, okay? Also, there will be spoilers for the show, so if you haven't watched Arcane, then go watch it. Why haven't you watched it? It's a great show. We should really watch it. So if you haven't watched the show, just be aware of spoilers, okay? Get it? Got it? Good. Without further ado, let's run it down mid. Oh yeah. In the opening of the... Shit, what was the detail? In the opening, Powder sings this song. And this song is an original song from the Arcane series, created just for this moment and another moment that I'll talk about in the future, depending on how long this video is. At the rooftop scene, Powder says,
"One day, I'm gonna ride in one of those things."
And she does. And she also kills people there. In the scene where they are parkouring around Piltover, you can see a bundle of cupcakes right here. Sacker even decides to eat one of the delicious cupcakes. The cupcakes are actually the Kiramans. Kiramans. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that anymore. Since it's from their family tree, and it's also where Vi and the gang are stealing from currently. When the gang is stealing from Jace, Powder enters his room, and you can see that there's a guitar next to his bed. This is not actually a guitar, but it's a mandolin, which is part of the Lute family. You can tell since in this shot, it has 8 strings, so not guitar, mandolin. When they enter the Undercity, the song by Bea Miller plays, which is welcoming us to the Undercity, so it's very fitting. And it's also the title of the episode. I actually found this detail from Necrit, but I thought it was funny, so I'm adding it. There's this guy that was dragged into the Oh yeah, brothel, I'm an idiot. Wait, knocking shop? Okay, we're using that. The guy gets dragged into the knocking shop, and he gets kicked out because he has no money. But his pants are gone. That's nothing too important, but it's just funny to me. In this scene where they introduce Vander, he was helping Huck, the guy who was dealing with the Bilgewater people. But we actually see Huck again in Act 2 when he helps Caitlyn buy medicine for Vi. I actually didn't notice this until I rewatched it backwards, so I was wondering who that guy was. Shit, what was I doing? After the deal kind of goes south for Huck, Vander steps in and he's like, "Oh, you should just pay the man his due." Right, and then the Bilgewater calls him the Hound of the Underground, which could be a foreshadowing of his fate to become Warwick someday. Also, another detail that my friend told me was that Vander's right arm is still wounded from the river toxins from when he tried to kill Silco, and Warwick has a right metal arm. Coincidence? I think not. Okay, where was I? Oh, okay, here we go. When they go to Benzo's shop, Echo made a deal with a person who didn't even haggle, sorry. What the haggle? Who didn't even haggle, which means that it was Jace, since first of all, Jace doesn't haggle when he makes deals, and second, Echo followed the person home and told Vi's gang to steal from him, which turned out to be Jace. So yeah, Jace doesn't haggle. Remember that detail, it's important. In this scene where Singe and Silco test the shimmer... Shimmer?
Because I reckon anyone wearing a shimmer doesn't want the shimmer to be noticed, or they wouldn't need a shimmer in the first place.
I'm sorry, what's a shimmer?
Shimmer! Oh my lord, she's a cactus.
On a rat, his eyes turn purple, like Twitch, kind of. Maybe Twitch becomes a character in Arcane in the future. In the bedtime scene, Vi tells Powder that her gadget will work next time, and yup, it works alright. It also blows everyone up, so good on you, Vi. Good on you. And good on you too, Powder. At the start of episode 2, Chase and his mother are freezing in what seems to be Freljord. and the mage teleports them to safety. No, it's not Rise. However, the mage uses the powers of the moon. Quite enchanting. You can see in this shot that the moon lines up where they are being teleported because the moon has magical powers in the League of Legends lore, and the Lunari worship the moon, hence the moon having magical powers. Because of the freezing temperatures in Freljord, Jace's mom has acquired frostbite on her pointer and middle finger on her left hand, which is why she has prosthetic fingers for the rest of the show. I bet it will be revealed that she can shoot lasers and shit out of it, and she'll take over Piltover or something. In this scene, you can see that Victor's leg isn't actually that bad because he's only using a walking stick for now, but it'll grow progressively worse throughout the series because you can see that he has a crutch in the future instead of a walking stick. In this scene with Powder's gun minigame, you can see chompers in the background as one of the things there. They even use it to escape from the enforcers by having it chomp down on one of their arms. This is also the first time we see Powder's signature. It's different from Jinx's because this one's just a skull, while Jinx's signature is the monkey thing. In here is the jukebox that we see in the intro, which is very cool. I bet they play really good songs on it, like I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, or Careless Whisper. Then after being expelled, Jace is all sad that his life's work is all kapuyakish, so he thinks about committing the die, until Victor interrupts him and is like, "Hey, don't do that. Hey, what a rude guy. Can't you just let a man commit suicide?" You know what? I'm not gonna continue that joke. After successfully giving him life advice and stopping Jace from jumping off, Victor reads his book and says that
Only because you signed your notes. Every page, I might add. A little egotistical, don't you think?
which kinda shows Jace's egotistical nature. At episode 3's opening, Silico's eye gets infected with the river toxins, which is why his eye is all fucked up. Storytelling. Now this detail is kind of just a theory of sorts, but I think that Vi sent the enforcers the message at the end of the last episode so that she could protect Powder and the gang, which is why we see Vander kinda shocked at the start of the episode, and Vi also gets shocked when Vander gets to her. But, you know, let me know in the comments what you think. No, everyone dies! Echo hugs Vi. Remember this. Back at the murder scene, when Silico gives Marcus his money, the coins fall on the blood, signifying that it's blood money. After Vander gets knocked unconscious and succeeds all his death saving throws, you can see that his right eye is bruised, kinda similar to Silico's wound, which is kind of a cute little detail here. This was not really an important detail, but I absolutely love this detail. When Jason and Victor get caught sneaking into the lab, Victor tries to play it off and says,
Wait a minute, it's in my bedroom.
Victor, best character. I'll take that glorious evolution any day. Vi gives Powder the flare of destiny and says, light up, I find. And Powder replies, oh yeah, this is a very important thing. This is a very important cool thing you gave me. Maybe I'll need it in the future when we get separated. You get jailed and then I'll grow up with Silco maybe. And maybe I'll be on top of the tower and you'll be with an enforcer girl and you'll be able to see it. You know, kind of just, yeah, I'll just shut up. Sorry. This is also the first time Vi leaves Powder. In the part where they find Vander trapped to his seat, Vi realizes that it's a trap, since this is the first time they entered without anything being locked. Oh shit.
Never work. They will.
Vi, you're absolutely right. This one's a really sad detail, but I think they would have gotten out if it wasn't for Powder blowing up the place to smithereens. Or maybe the Shimmer guy would have gotten in and killed everyone, I don't know. Comment down below what you think could have happened. Also, this won't be the last time Jinx blows everything up with Hex Tech. Also, I just noticed while editing this, is this Vi's toy that got stuck in the wires? What do you think? Comment down below. Also, when Powder blows up the entire building, you can see that Savika protects Silco, and because of that, she loses her arm, which is why she has a metal arm for the rest of the series. This is also how Singe got his face burnt. Thank you so much, Powder. In this scene where Vander chokes Silco, it's similar to the next scene where Vi grabs Powder, which really shows the dynamics of Vi and Vander being the leaders and the punchy people, while Jinx and Silco, on the other hand, are the betrayed ones. They use their minds to outsmart people, kind of. This also shows that Vander and Silco's brotherly relationship is the same as Powder and Jinx's song. This also shows that Vander and Silco have a brotherly relationship, similar to Vi and Powder's sisterly relationship. And the last shot, Powder with pink eye, not the infection, looking like the fallen Lucifer painting, since they both portray betrayal. Wow, such great artists at Riot Games. Big props to them. And sadly, that's where this video is gonna end. And Act 1. the end of Act 1. I have a video coming up on Act 2 and Act 3. I just have to record it because I have an entire script for the details that I found in Arcane. In the Google Doc, it's 7 pages long. 7 pages. So many words that I have to say, and I don't think it's gonna fit in one entire video, so that's why I'm gonna split this into 3 different acts. That's what most people are doing anyway about Arcane, so I'm just gonna do it too. Why not? Yeah, since this video is really hard to make, is it okay if I ask you guys for help? Can you please like and subscribe, because it's really hard to make this video and it doesn't cost you a thing, and you can always change your mind afterwards anyway, right? So you don't lose anything and it really helps a lot. You'll really help me out a lot if you do, so just consider subscribing. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and have a good one.